If you haven't heard about Anchor from Spotify, you are missing out. It is the easiest way to make a podcast, with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Me and Casey over here at Bi-Coastal Crime use Anchor to edit our podcast on the go all the time. I ride public transit and I'm always there on the bus editing. And Anchor makes that so easy. When hosting on Anchor, you can also distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. This podcast contains content not suitable for all listeners or ages. Please use discretion when you are choosing to listen to this and be mindful of the little ears around you. This podcast contains many mentions of murder, homicide, rape, torture. Listener discretion is advised. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoy our podcast. Hey everybody, this is Bi-Coastal Crime, and I'm Carmen, and Casey's not here. Welcome back. It's just me. Yay! And it is 9:42 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I am recording this, and I am so excited that you guys are here. Again, it's going to be an interesting few episodes because this is the start of the break that Casey is taking to help her husband Dave heal from a knee surgery. I thought it was just going to be me here, but I have a surprise for you guys. The dogs are here too. Yeah, that's it. That's a surprise. Dogs are here too. No, I'm just kidding. We have hunted and searched and sought and interviewed, and most importantly, we have found a few lovely humans who will not replace Casey or take her place, but will make it so I'm not just talking to a microphone and the dogs. Tinkerbell is, after all, a total princess. True crime scares her. Nobody? Insert sound cue. Ha, see, I can make the app laugh for me, guys. Haha, Casey's not here. It's so weird to talk to the microphone by myself. It's been a long week. I am trying to get the podcast onto a Tuesday and Saturday release schedule, but with Casey being out for at least 3, possibly 4 weeks, depending on how Dave heals and just what's going on over there, things are hectic to say the least. But I am taking a break from school for spring quarter, and I am focusing on the podcast, so I promise we are getting there. And to just stick around because bigger and more awesome stuff is coming, and I am so thankful for all of you. And I love talking to you each week, and today is no different, except that I have someone here with me who you are going to adore, but not as much as I do, though, because he's my husband. This is my husband, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here.
Hey, baby.
Hey, beautiful. It's just documented that drugs have made societies better.
That's so true. Drugs won the war on drugs. We are pro-drugs here. Decriminalize drugs. We gotta seriously, guys, when your dispensaries start looking like Apple stores, it is time to let a lot of people out of jail. Guys, everyone, I am so excited to finally be podcasting with Ryan. You know, Casey and I have been working on this podcast for so long, but Ryan and I also have another podcast in the works that we've been working on for a while, and it's still, you know, in the conceptual stages, and we're not quite down to laying down audio, but we're getting close, and I'm really excited about that. So it is just exciting to get behind the mic together and really work on this passion that I have, that I'm hoping to share with you, baby, that I'm hoping that after I put you through recording an episode that you're still gonna like me.
I'm pretty sure it was in there in our wedding vows. I have to love you after making podcasts.
Who better to do a historical mystery with me than my fellow history buff husband, Ryan, duh.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to do this one. I'm excited. I can't wait to do this one.
Yeah, Ryan and I both really love history. Shameless plug here, because it is my dream, and I am dying to get on to Behind the Bastards podcast, because I love Robert Evans. I can't wait to go read his new book that's coming out after the Revolution. Oh gosh, I hope that title's right. I gotta check. Hold on, I'll insert it after this. So I went and checked. The book is called After the Revolution. It is by Robert Evans, and it is available for pre-order right now. But yeah, Behind the Bastards, great podcast if you like history. It's all about learning what you did not know about the bastards in history. Like, did you know Stalin was a sound DJ?
Great soundbite for around the water cooler there at work.
Yeah, bet you didn't know Stalin was a sound DJ. Yeah, I do. And I keep telling everybody I know, because the episode was hilarious. It's called Stalin After Dark, guys. It's episode number 1. Go listen to Behind the Bastards, hosted on iHeartRadio, but can be found on everywhere you can get podcasts. Shameless plug. Hey, Robert Evans, I really, really want to be on your podcast. I only live an hour away from you.
Wait,
let's do it. Yeah, he lives in Portland.
Why are you stalking other podcasters?
I'm not stalking him. He says on the podcast repeatedly that he lives in Portland. He literally says it almost on every single episode.
Oh.
We listened to that podcast for date night, and you've never realized that its host lives in Portland? Oh, you only listen on date night. You don't listen every day like I do.
Yep.
I'm working my way through the entire catalog from episode 0, everybody, because I am a big history buff. My dad got me into it. But
yeah, my podcast that I listen to religiously is Dan Carlson's Hardcore History, and I listen to the Huberman Lab.
Yeah, Huberman Labs is a great one.
Those are my podcasts that I listen to religiously.
Yeah, let's talk for a minute about how we met, babe. Because we have not... I haven't actually told that story. Casey told everybody on Instagram how she and Dave met, but I didn't tell mine. So Ryan and I met on Tinder, and we talked for like 1 or 2 days before we met up, and he bribed me with pictures of now our dog Charlie. who is our adorable Australian Shepherd Pit Bull mix. But we went out to lunch and we kissed and talked
dinner
for hours, and we stayed till dinner, and it was amazing. He went home for a couple hours and ended up coming back over later that night, and we have literally been together ever since. I proposed 3 days later at Metalesque Fest, which is all metal burlesque festival, meaning it's burlesque acts set to metal music. And it's like a goth festival, and it's really fucking cool.
Iron Maiden has never, ever been hotter. I don't care what anyone says. They've never been hotter, ever.
Yeah, it's hosted by Sign of the Beast Burlesque, and it's, I think, going to be live again this year, finally, for the first year since the pandemic started. I'm really hoping I'm working it again. That's another shameless plug there. But I mouthed across the bar during intermission that I loved him. I mouthed I love you, and he mouthed it back, and I walked around the bar because I couldn't believe that he said it, and I said, are you serious? And he said, yeah, and I said, do you want to get married?
You actually said, do you want to run off to Vegas and get married? And I said, I pulled out my phone and I said, let's start looking for tickets.
Yeah, they were a little expensive, and Ryan's afraid of flying.
$658.
Yeah, and Ryan's afraid of flying, so we ended up getting married 16 days later in our living room, because he moved in the next day. Never been one to do things conventionally as I. Am I? Are I don't... What's the right tense there?
Past. Moving on.
Okay, true. That was funny. See, guys, this is why you should smoke weed before you do podcasting, because it makes every little hiccup just that much funnier. It's the secret to live theater, everybody. Marijuana.
I think it's just a secret to humanity is get stoned as shit.
That is so true. This is a pro-marijuana podcast. So, little admin time. I'm so excited. We've got some new listeners. I'm sorry for that noise in the background. My husky pit bull mix just decided to fly across the room. Anyways, we've got some new listeners, so I just want to say hi to everybody. We got some feedback that people are liking when we smoke during the podcast or talk about us smoking, because we've gotten some curious questions. So I decided to shout out the strain that I'm smoking tonight. It's Obama Stacks.
You got that strictly because of the name?
I did strictly get it because of the name, and I did double pump my chest and then put a peace sign up to the sky and then kissed it and said, for Obama.
Because clearly Obama's a hippie crypt gangster.
I hope Obama listens to this. And he knows that I wish the best for him.
Who is someone you don't want to listen to this? That's my question. Like, if you're like, look, I'm really glad that you're alive and all, but don't listen to my podcast, please. I don't want you saying something about it. Who would it be?
What an odd question. Okay, someone whose name I can't say on the podcast because they will sue.